Month after month, the criminal people smugglers have pushed small boat migrants out into the Channel in record numbers. It's left this government's promise to smash the gangs in tatters.
To smash the gangs, smash the smuggling gangs.
Smash the gangs.
Despite unpredictable weather conditions over recent weeks, every time the winds ease enough for the waves to die down, the boats are back in the Channel. It's meant today's grim milestone was inevitable. The number of arrivals now already passing the more than 36,800 who crossed during the whole of last year.
Well, these are shocking figures, and it shows that this Labour government has lost control of our borders. They cancelled the Rwanda deterrent just days before it was due to start. They had no replacement plan at all, other than a vacuous slogan that they were going to smash the gangs, and this is the inevitable consequence.
There has been a noticeable shift in the language being used by ministers as the numbers crossing continues to climb. Less and less about the efforts to dismantle the gangs, and more emphasis on the deals with international partners. However, the agreement to send small boat migrants back to France has only seen returns measured not even in the hundreds, but in the dozens. And the much publicised plan to allow French police to push back migrant boats seems to be going nowhere. Many months down the line, there's no sign of this new tactic. French police unions are urging officers not to implement the tactic for fear that they'll be blamed should something go wrong. The former head of Border Force says Labour is desperately in need of a proper deterrent scheme.
I think it was a major error not to have at least given the Rwanda plan a chance when it was ready to go. And there's only so many times you can blame the previous government for your failures. Your legacy as a government will go down in these numbers. And the numbers at the moment are demonstrating that none of the current initiatives, at least so far, are having any real impact on the number of new arrivals coming across.
The government says there are no quick fixes to this long-running, very visible crisis. But as the Conservatives found out to their cost, the public's patience for protracted solutions has long since been exhausted. Mark White, GB News.
Seems like it's a day of complete and utter breaking news, because yet another breaking news story to bring you. We discussed this a little earlier in the programme. A man sent back to France under the one-in, one-out scheme has returned to the United Kingdom on a small boat. You couldn't make it up. This is according, of course, to the Guardian newspaper. Our political correspondent, Catherine Forster, has the story. Catherine.
Yes, well, I was in a briefing with the Prime Minister's official spokesman just after PMQs when this story broke. Number 10 were told about it by journalists, and they said, well, there's no silver bullet to tackling illegal migration. Highlighted the fact there's this summit with Balkan leaders today talking about how they can work together to crack down on this, because it's not a challenge that we face alone. But look, this is a massive embarrassment for the government. Of course it is. They announced this one-in, one-out scheme to much fanfare. At the moment, I think they've managed to deport 42 people to France, and in exchange, we've taken 23. But this individual had come across on a small boat. The government had decided that he didn't qualify. He'd been sent back to France, and then he just basically got on another boat, come across the Channel again, and is now saying that he wants to stay, that he's seeking asylum because he's claiming that he is a victim of modern slavery at the hands of the smuggling gangs in France, that he says are very bad people, that they're threatening, that he's been frightened for his life. And charities that have spoken to some of the other people that have been returned from France have said that they're horrified to find themselves back in France, that they don't feel that they are safe there. They quote how many asylum seekers end up destitute and homeless on the streets in France. France. And also, of course, they're subject to the Dublin Agreement. Some of them, it turns out, their fingerprints are on databases of where they first came into the EU, so they may be sent back there. So they're deeply, deeply unhappy. But the Home Office saying, we will not accept any abuse of our borders. We will do everything in our power to remove those without the legal right to be here. Individuals who are returned under the pilot and subsequently aim to re-enter the UK illegally will be removed. And of course, they are keen to stress that France is a safe country, one of the richest, most prosperous countries in the world.
Well, Catherine Foster, thank you very much. You literally could not make this up. And the fact that The Guardian broke this just tells you exactly where we are with things.
I mean, it doesn't take a genius, does it? I mean,
all
these complicated legalistic schemes where the government works really, really hard to send someone back, works for months on this, and all the rest of it all falls into place. And he ruins it all just by getting on another boat.
Well, I mean, you couldn't make it up, but we could have told them that, couldn't we? All of us listening, watching, could have told the government that it was really a ridiculous idea.